Hello there guys! For today's video, I'm going to show you how to add glow effect on subject in Photoshop. And also, we will dive deeper into darkening background with the use of exposure, creating gradient brush with the use of gradient map, changing layers blending mode, and using brush tool. Let's get started. So here in our document, I prepare here a handsome boy where we are going to apply the glow effect. So the first step we're going to do here is we're going to create a layer of the subject. So to do that, we're going on to the layers panel, selecting on the background layer, and then go to the menu bar, go to select, and then choose subject. So once we already have a selection around our subject, now I'm going to create a duplicate layer of this selection by pressing Ctrl plus J. And there you have it. Now that's already our subject. And by the way, if you find this video helpful so far, please consider subscribing to help YouTube algorithm show my videos to other nerds like us. Well, going back, the next step we're going to do is we're going to darken the background. To do that, select on the background layer, this one, and then go to the adjustment layer icon, then choose on exposure. All right, under the properties of exposure, so under here, under the exposure, let's go to the slider and let's drag it moving to the left, darkening our background. Okay, so I'm gonna set this one to 7.43. I'm okay with this. Then our next step here is we're going to create a gradient brush. So to do that, let's create a new layer. So yes, selected on the top layer, click this one, create a new layer. With that layer selected, go to the menu bar, go to edit, go to fill. Then this dialog box will appear. For the contents, set this one to black. And then hit OK. There you go. All right, the next step here, we're going to change the blending mode of this layer. So selected on this layer, just click this arrow down here and then choose on screen. Okay, and then let's create another new layer. So let's go here again, click on this create new layer icon. There you are. But this time, right click on this layer, then choose create clipping mask. All right, and then let's go to the adjustment layer icon, go to gradient map, right click on the gradient map layer, and then choose on create clipping mask. And then from the properties, go here, just click this one for us to adjust the color. Going to the color stops, click on the first one. Let's set the color to black. There you go. Hit OK. Then let's add another color stop here. Well, I want to create a green glow effect here. I'm going to click this one to create another stop here. Then go to color. Let's go to green color. From this color stop, I'm going to choose a dark green color, something like this. Hit OK. Then let's create another color stops here. Just click that. For the color, click this one. Let's get a neutral green color. Now hit OK. All right, from this other stop here, just click this one. Go to color. Let's go to green, but this time this will be for the highlight. Instead of using white color, we'll be using a green with a really light color, right? Something like that. And then hit OK. Also in this gradient editor dialog box, hit OK. So we already created here a gradient brush. Okay, so how to apply that? Well, selected on this layer, right? The one with we applied the black fill color. Let's get the brush tool, press B. Okay, look at this. If I'm going to adjust the opacity on 200%, so look what I did. It's sort of like a gradient brush. Amazing, right? Okay, so let's remove this one first. My next goal here is to apply this gradient brush around the edges of our subject. Okay, all right. So to create a perfect one, just hold Control and then click on the thumbnail layer of our subject. Yes, this one. Click this one to create a selection around the subject. Then get the brush tool. Okay, for the opacity, I'm going to set this one to the amount of 80%. Okay, for the flow of 100. For the smoothing, 40% is fine. Okay, and then make sure the foreground color is set to white. Decrease the size of the brush into something like this. Let's start painting the edges. Alright, there you go. That seems fine now. Alright. Now, the next step we're going to apply here is the glow from the inside. Okay. So to do that, still with this layer selected, we're going, yeah, and also with the selection around our subject, press B for the brush tool. But this time, I'm going to increase the brush size into a large size, something like this. Alright. And then, for the opacity, I'm going to decrease this one into amount of 10, right? For the smoothing, set this one to 50, okay? And then, all right, for the brush, I'm gonna make use of a soft brown brush, okay? We can now start applying the inner glow. Okay, and then press Ctrl plus D to deselect. And then this time we're gonna make use of a smudge tool, all right? So I'm going to increase the size of this. Go to the menu bar. The smudge tool looks like this kind of symbol. Right, click that. All right, and then for the strengthen, yeah, set that to 100%. And then we may now start smudging this one. So I'm going to click and drag, just bringing out the glow from the skin, something like that. All right, just moving it outside. All right, there you go. That's looking fine. Now the next step here is we're going to add the outer glow. Okay, so to do that, right? So from these three layers, from the gradient map, from this layer and this blank filled layer, we're going to create a group of that. So press Control, hold it, click this layer, click this other layer, and this one. Then let's press Control plus G. So that's the group. So we're going to create a duplicate here. So with that group layer selected, press Control plus G. There you go. And then from this duplicated layer of the group, click and drag it under the subject layer. There you are. Okay. And then let's open that folder. So I'm going to select on this layer. Then let's fill this one again with black. Go to the menu bar, go to edit, go to fill, and then for the content set to black, hit OK. There you are. So it's already pure black now. Let's create a selection on the subject. Press Control, hold it, and click on the thumbnail layer of the subject layer. Now let's invert the selection. Press Control plus Shift plus I. There you go. The selection is already in the outside part. Then select on this black fill layer of it. Press B for the brush tool. For the opacity, I'm going to set this one into the amount of 100%. Okay. And then we may now start adding the outer glow. Something like that. All right, creating a glow effect like this. All right, there you go. And once you're good with it, let's deselect, press Control plus D. And there you are. We already created a glow effect. So if you want to keep on adding inner glow, go to the group layer on top, go to this, set the opacity to 15, increase the size of the brush, press Control, hold it, and click on the thumbnail of the subject layer, create a selection, then let's add more glow. All right, something like that. Now let me show you the before and after. So this one is the before, and this one is the after. And that is how to add glow effect on subject in Photoshop.